Rev It Up Racing has rapidly expanded its depth by producing quality content with your #1 coverage in Michigan and Ontario. And so, we have added Rev It Up Racing Radio to our racing media platform. Rev It Up Racing Radio is your short track racing grassroots coverage in late model, modified, ABC stock car, street stock, and four-cylinder divisions. Listen weekly for short track news, rankings, schedules, and driver interviews.
We're here with Rebecca Fewchuk and Ken Fewchuk after a third place finish in the four-cylinder feature at Onaway. Rebecca, can you just comment on tonight's race?
Yeah, it was my first time here. The heat was a little bit crazy. I just hung out at the back, waited for some of the cars to sort out, and ended up fourth. And then for the feature, thought I'd go along with a similar game plan and got an opening pretty early on, so took it. Ended up, I was second most of the race, got stuck behind some lap traffic, so finished third.
Now with the lap traffic, get a little frustrating?
No, I'm pretty patient with it. It's a little tougher here. I don't know the driver, so I don't know who I can get through without wrecking the car. So I figure I'll go around, not be so risky, and rather than cut through the middle, Kyle Clement decided to go through the middle. That's where he got me, but I'm happy with the third for my first time here. So.
And Ken, like you say, with just you racing, not just with Rebecca racing tonight, usually up at Ken Ross, you, Brent, all three you are racing. Tonight a little bit easier when you're a bystander just watching?
I'm not sure about that. I'm still watching them out there, and I got my own things to think about out there. When I'm up in the stands here, I'm watching every move that they make, and sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking. But she did a good job tonight. Like, I was really proud of her. Like, I was wondering why she was hanging back in that first heat, and I figured it out pretty quick. I knew what she was thinking. She wanted to make it to the feature and did a real good job in the feature, and the car looked really fast in the feature. She did a great job.
And Rebecca, you mentioned, like you say, a little bit different compared to Ken Ross, what you used to with the cement walls. Is it not nerve-wracking, but just a little change in your driving a little bit with knowing the cement's there?
Yeah, I like, not nerve-wracking, but you're definitely more aware of how to take that corner. You can't go, Ken Ross, if you go too far, you're just in a little bit of dirt, and it's not so bad. Here you're in a wall, so it's being more aware of what line you're going to be in coming out and who's around you, so you can keep it in check.
And I mentioned your brother up at Ken Ross last week in the first feature. You were leading into the final 6 laps, and said to Brent, I said, was it you just held off and then you wanted to kick her butt, or just what happened there?
That's what I said. I don't know what happened. He wouldn't give it to me. I don't want him to give it to me, so he got it, but we still have 4 races there, so I'll get him.
Still time. Brent didn't make it down tonight?
Oh, he had things to do. He's working on a little street truck that he's got there, and he's got his dog and a few other things, so he decided to stay home this weekend.
And between the two of you, who would you like to thank when it comes to help and sponsorship-wise?
I'd like to thank my sponsors. Most of them have been with me going on 10 years. I have Kensington Point Marina, Tamar's Trends, Marty's Trailers, Quick Decals, Fountain Tire, Big Arrow, Gaspar and Variety. Yeah, they've been with me for 8 or 9 years for the most part, for all of them. Kensington's a newer sponsor, but they've been great with us. They sponsor all 3 of our cars. They're really helpful. Our friend Eddie back home, he comes over. He can't come across as much, but he helps when he can. He helps when he can's at home, and my dad.
He's our reminder.
Yeah, calls every morning before race day, which is his luck. But yeah, my dad, the crew chief, and the whole pit crew.
He's got the checklist, and he makes sure that we're doing everything right.
I'm sure. Well, thank you, and good luck next week at Ken Ross.
Nobody gets you closer to the action than Rev It Up Racing. For all your short track racing and late model, modified, ABC stock car, street stock, and four-cylinder divisions, visit revitupracing.net. That's revitupracing.net for all your racing coverage.